Well, 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 today is a day. Let me tell y'all what. I'm going to go ahead and lock my truck back up. I had to go to the store. Let me lock this thing up. Now, we're going to change this thing right here. We're going to move it here soon and do a few things. And today, though, right here, we are going to be putting in something I was not planning to put in. We're going to be putting in a horse barn. And I'm going to get into horses and learn how they work. And then over here is going to be our cattle barn. Now, I know we've got money. However, we are going to actually not use that money. And we're going to go ahead and try our best. Now, where did that tractor go? Let's see here. Okay, I don't know where we're at. Okay, I got you. So, we're going to try our best to actually not spend under a certain amount. So, we will have money that we have to do, and that money will be hopefully not going under. So we're going to borrow money basically. I'm trying my best to not go under and mess up stuff. So now this right here is a baler, and I don't know exactly where we're going to put it, but we're going to hold it out of the way right now, and we're going to jump over in here. And we're going to go ahead and find that horse barn. Let's see. There was a very specific one that I wanted. I believe it was this one here, because it's open-faced where you can put the stuff, the food there. Your animals go there, and they can stay inside there. And then you've just got a fence. Now, this is going to be placed about right in here, I think. I can, right there, I think is where I want to go. So, if we place it there, I think we can customize that fence a little bit better to give us a larger room. There is this one here. And this one, they go in stalls. And I like that. But what I don't like is that you have to open up the end down here and drive in. And apparently, you have to back out. I don't know. So, I'm not sure if I like this one or not. But I'm thinking maybe we could try it and just see what it does. If you have to back in and out, I don't think it's the best thing, but we're going to go ahead and place it down. And let's not do that yet. No, I don't want to change anything else. So, all right, yeah, I see what it done. So that's fine. So anyway, we're just doing this as a test right now, and making sure that this is something that we would want. So, straw pellets, straw, okay. You can go in here. Oh, you can open a door over here, but that's not big enough to drive through. You've got this door as well, which apparently does not open, which is bad. Okay, I guess in the summer you can open it up. Well, I guess we could back up in there I like this barn. I think we'll do this one. I want to see if this is open. Can you drive through it, though? I don't know that you'd be able to drive through it with that telehandler. I want to go on and shut this. Now, I don't understand this. This door should open, and it opens if you do it from the outside. Okay. All right. I guess the trigger is just in a different place. Okay. We're going to, since we've checked that out, I'm going to go ahead and sell it, and then we're going to go back and try this guy and just see how we like him. Now, unfortunately, it did mess with my stuff, so I've got to go back and get this. And we'll go on and try to put that grass back down, I guess. All right. So our next one I want to try is the larger one, and I don't know how I would like this, but what I dislike about this one is they don't have individual stalls, and it doesn't look like it can really be enclosed, and I don't want them to get cold. So I know their horses are not going to get real cold or anything, but this is another one, but it just is too big. I would have to place it where the door was out here or something, or I'd have to place it back here or something, and it's just going to be in the way. So I think that this is the one we're going to go with and not even try this one. So let's get it in place again. We want to get it maybe about right there. We want to go ahead and do that. Customize the fence. Yes. So we're actually going to bring this in a little bit here. I think what we'll do is, how do I go back? Delete the last segment. All right. I don't think I want it to be like really super large over there. Like right here, maybe. And go ahead and pull it back here. Yes. Plant a meadow for it. All right. So we've got our horse barn. We're going to go ahead and put this baler. We're actually going to make a baling station right over in here. And I think what we'll do is we'll have a permanent production. What I was thinking, though, is set up some sort of shed for this. But the other thing I was thinking is just set it right here, and it can automatically dump into it. And I don't know. We'll have to see. But I'm thinking we're going to put it over here. But I like the way that we have this, and hopefully that'll be big enough. So we'll deal with that. Now, we're going to take out, I don't know how much we'll be able to do, but we're going to take out a loan. And now my loan, I will have to pay back. Oh my, I did not realize I owed that much money. Let's just see how much we're allowed to borrow. Can it go above 500? Yes. All right, I need to get up to... Okay. We have borrowed a total of $1 million that we'll have to pay back. I will pay it back little by little. I did not realize that we had borrowed money, actually. So I will have to make a double payment next time of $20,000 in November, because I don't think I paid in October. Anyway, the reason we're doing that is so that we can build a cow barn. And now we could build this guy and have a meadow for the cows to go outside and all. I think that would be better, but unfortunately, you only get 96 cows. Or 86 in that one, 96 in that one. However, if you go on down, there's another one that we have. Now, this is an outdoor one. I was going to put something in here that's a little bit different, but I really don't want to spend this much money, and we technically could do something with like this instead. This would give you outdoors. I can put TMR in it. But the thing is, if you do this, you only have the inside facility, it looks like. All right, I'm going to get it where I want it and hit customize. Now, what that's going to do is that's going to allow me to do a fly through, and you just put your food and stuff in here. It looks like, I guess this is milk. Okay. So, I don't know. I think that's just a non-storage. And then you've got this as well. It looks like you've got a place here. You've got a slurry thing here, which we could pull around to. That's no problem. But over here, you've actually got a fence here. And they can go in there, but they've got this pasture out here too. And I like that the pasture's out here, but I don't know if I want this particular building. I don't really like this building. I would like it if you could go in directly from this side instead of having to go in here. So, and besides that, I'd have to drive all the way around to here. So that's why I don't really like that particular mod. We've got this one, which I like, and I was thinking about using for water buffalo. However, I don't think it's a good idea. It's 300,000, and then I come upon this. Now this, it says that it's just a barn. They don't actually go outside. And I feel like that's something that is wrong, that they need to go outside. So here's the thing, though. You look at it and it looks like you would go this way. That's the wrong way, though. This, while I like this, you've got your... Let's see if we can customize this one so we can look at it. You've got milk here, you've got slurry here. You go all through here, and inside you put your straw and your food, and then over here you put your mineral feed. In here you put grass and hay and silage, and that will automatically feed them. So that's what I like about this, but at the same time I don't, and I don't want them coming outside. But you know, I'm not sure how much is it to actually put the solar panels on it. And by the way, if we do this, it's going to be set back like this right here. I'm going to say probably... We might even push it back a little bit further. If we were to customize this with a solar panel, it's even more expensive. It doesn't say how much we would be getting for that, but we can always look and see what a barn looks like. I like those. I'm not really sure if I want this or not. I'm going to look and see if there's another one that I would rather have, and I'll be back. All right, I have decided to go with this one instead. Now, I like the other ones, but this one will let me have 180 cows as is, and I can also build my pasture, so I can probably put a lot more. I'm going to go ahead and place it right there. Yes, we'll customize this. Now, it looks like it goes out this way, so I've been going around here a lot, so I don't want to get over on this edge, but what we're going to do is go ahead and we're going to give them a pasture that comes out a little bit. Let's just say, let it come out to about here. I think we should leave this open. So what we'll do is just bring it straight down about right here. Now, I had to do a lot of work just to let y'all know how to do this, and I'll show you how maybe sometime, but we're going to go ahead and just put this guy right here. And plant the meadow. All right. So we've got a huge cow barn there now. And I will put in... I hope that I can do my water buffalo and my cows. If not, we might have to pop this back up and actually delete... or actually put in a secondary barn just for water buffalo. We'll have to see, but I want to have a milk production, so we have got a lot of stuff that we went through. Now, that means we've got to go ahead and, if we look at this, I need to fix the road around it, I guess. So we're going to go ahead and put this in. All right, put that there. Now, I don't think that we have a reason to come over here. But we're going to go ahead and we'll pave in from here around. So let me just grab a little bit of a larger one. You can't really see it there. Okay. As long as I can fill this in, we're good. And I think that that's fine. Now, let's go back for this guy. And to make this work, we need to go right about here. Pull it back. All right. Okay, I believe that that will fix it. So now we've got a little area here too. And that works. We're going to have something over here. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and just make a patio right here, I guess. Let's make this a little bit larger. And we'll pull it in starting right here. Just pull it back there. That works. I think that we're okay with where that's at. So, I'm going to now do that so that we have a round area. I guess that will work. I probably should have done that slightly different, but it's all right. I can see where I've got a little bit off there, so we'll try to fix that. If I can figure out what it is that we had here, I think it's called dirt gravel, which is up here. So that's fine. Let's just go ahead and cut back into it anyway. All right, we are good to go with that. Now, we have a lot of work ahead of us, which a lot of this will take off in Season 3, to let y'all know. But this also is going to need a manure pit, I believe. So I think what we'll do is we'll try to put that manure pit right here. Let's go ahead over here. That's going to be about 25,000. Yeah, that's too large. Unfortunately, I can't do it. So maybe we'll take part of the thing here and we can just stick it right here. I don't know. That might be okay to do. It might not be. We would have to change this to where it come out, and then this actually was different, but that's part of that land, so I don't want to mess with that too much. Maybe instead what we could do is just put this guy right over here, and I guess if it will turn, it's fine. We could put him right back here. And hopefully he will be in a good place. Let's run around there and see. I swear it looks like that should... Huh. That's really weird. Anyway. It says manure 50,000. I don't know where that's going to be, but we're going to make sure that this is connected. It's not connected. I don't know how to make these connect. I'm wondering if it needs to be an extension. Apparently this is... I really don't know. It says it needs to be placed next to the barn, but it is next to the barn. That's the thing. All right, let's try the other one. I'm going to just play with this and see if I can get it to work. Okay, so we got this little one put in here. It's only 600,000, but it is a manure pit, and it is down back here, so that's fine. I actually prefer having that one there because you can pull up to it. It looks like we've got an area here we can go into, so I don't have the animals yet, but we're going to have to go out and see if we can get our animals. I believe something we're going to do, though, is I think that we're going to have a secondary barn, and this is one reason I want to spend a little less money, but a secondary breeding barn for smaller animals and just let them grow up. We'll have 2 adults, I guess. And it just needs to be something really small. We don't need anything, like this that's massive or anything. It's basically just going to be... Well, that had a lot of stuff. It's basically just a little bitty barn, and it could be even an inside barn is fine. But it's a breeding barn, basically. So... And I swear I thought I had another one already that... So yeah, 170,000, and that's the one that we have. Is it that one? Yeah, that's the one we have, the breeding barn there. So we could use that breeding barn, but I don't really want to do that. So we could do this. I don't really want them just outside all the time, but let's look and see if we can find one that doesn't have an outside. Okay, so we have this thing for 8,000. We could do a double one for a little bit more. Unfortunately, I don't like the idea of having this big one. This one would be better if we set it right here. We could technically, I guess, set it around in here. I've got to flatten this out if I'm going to do anything, though. Now, besides that, though, there is the problem of I just don't like this. I'd rather them have a little bit of comfort, and I don't see that that's going to do it. So we have one other option, well, 2 other options, but one of them is the better option, I think. This one here, the open front cowshed mod. And it looks like there's something on the ground right there. But if you look at this, you basically you're going through it. You're just going in front of it, and they're just out there. Now, I could put it right here. I could turn it around and put it to where it's right up against this fence. I don't want to do that, though, on that one. So I'm assuming that the best thing to do is actually to come down here. And we're just going to put it up against this. Now, the reason I want to do this way, and it is going to cost me a little bit more money, but I'm thinking if we put it here, I can customize this thing so I can look at it now. So they can't come out. And I need to make sure that it is, yeah, okay. So if we put this here, we could put in another one, but we get 35 cows. And we're going to just set it right there. Now, I'm going to have to redo this over here. So, number one is we're going to level some stuff, because apparently there is some problems over here. And I don't know what's going on with this, but there are some major problems going on. Now, this I know is okay and all, but we're going to go ahead and smooth that back out there. I don't know what was going on with that other one. However, over here, there's some weird stuff going on. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but we're going to remove that grass like that. And then come back over this whole area. Smooth it, baby. Smooth it out. All right. So now we need to change how this works. So we're going to go ahead and put in our force needles. And we're just going to grab about that far right there and pull it over. All right, now we're going to grab grass. And we're going to pull him about right here. Let's check out something first. Is it possible to go straight across here without having to do that? Okay. No. I need to go one back. Okay. So we need to go back out here and actually do a little bit more here. Grab this back one more time. Okay. Now grab the grass and go down. We want to have just a thin edge of this other. I'm assuming that might actually, I can run back over it, but yeah, right there is good. Go back to that. Okay. And this should now allow for what we want to do. So let me make that a little bit bigger. Okay. And I hope that y'all enjoy the build videos like I do as well. I'm trying to do basically, you know, do whatever I can, but okay. Let's go ahead and try to grab that grass and fix that one place. I hate it when it does that. But you can see right there what I'm talking about. There we go. And I need one more thing really quickly. There we go. That works perfectly fine. So now, and oh, you know what? Actually, I messed up. We need to grab the grass back. Let's make it just a little bit bigger. There we go. Now that is, I'm going to call that done, I guess. Maybe we'll come across the back. There we go. Okay. Perfection. Now we also need to come over here and get this. I am going to try to take out a little bit more of it right here. All right. I just don't want the regular grass there. The other is fine, like if it pulls over. There we go. I am happy with that. So we now have our farm, our animal farm built. It's time to supply these animals. So we have spent a lot of money. I guess I don't know how much it would cost to have them put in here, but we're going to go ahead and attempt to do a few things, I think. I don't want to be lazy about it, but I think it might be a good thing to bring them in. These are dairy cows, so we've got the brown Swiss, we've got the Holstein, and then we'll have water buffalo. I need to see, before I do this, if water buffalo and cows can produce at the same barn. So I'm going to look that up, and I'll be back. All right, unfortunately, I made a mistake, and I didn't realize until now. So we're going to try to fix that mistake. I don't know exactly how I want to do this, but I tell you what. First thing we're going to do is save our game. Okay, saved. And we're going to sell this. So first, let's go ahead and get to the right one. Click off of it. Now sell it. I know we're going to lose some money, but we're going to go ahead and put it back in exactly where it was. If I'm not mistaken, it should be to where it's right there. One more this way. Alright, let's go ahead and customize it with solar panels. Now, I really don't know exactly how to put it there. I think it's right there. You know, let's go ahead and try to customize it just a little bit. We'll see if we can do a little bit of a better job this time. If you look, we do have it in the wrong spot, though, I can tell you that. So, you know what? Just the default fence will be good. And, yeah, we'll plant. Now I need to see. I know this might change some things, but I had 176. This is only 90. For 90, I think that it's probably better to go for the other one. But I do also believe it was actually down just a little bit further. So we're going to try it one more time. And I'm going to, until I get it right, I'm probably going to give myself a little bit of money. Okay, first we need to customize it. Put that on it. Yes. Go back. Yeah, we'll go on and do that. I'll have to repaint around it, and that's fine. We definitely want to customize that, though. It's going to come out. About right there. Okay. Yeah. So I'm going to give myself about $5,000 for keep having to plant the meadow and stuff. We do have to go around it a little bit. If you look, we kind of got it off a little bit, but that's fine. We'll go back in here with this. Okay. So, I don't know how many this will be now, but it's got to be more than 90. 137. I'm fine with that. It says it can have up to 200 and some cows. 180 cows, and I was at 179. So anyway, unfortunately, because that was like that, yeah, we're not going to be able to. You have to have a separate one for water buffalo and a separate one from cows, for cows, because if you don't, you will end up with a problem. You will only produce one type of milk, it says. So I'm going to find another shed. All right, I think we're going to use this one. I'm going to go ahead and customize it. Concrete walls, brick walls. I think I would rather have concrete. And then the color. We've got that one there. Let's try one of my reds. I don't have it in here. Do I? Oh, yeah, I do. Okay. All right. Here's what we got to do then. Number one, we have to make sure that this is even with this. It is. So it didn't look like it was, but basically what was going on is we just didn't have the right place, basically. So we're going to go ahead and pop him right here, I think. Can I do that without messing it up? You know what? That's not working. Okay, cancel the custom fence. No, don't. Got to go right for the inside of that. Then hold on, sell it. It's so hard to get these things put in right. All right, here we go. So about right there. Okay, yes, plant the meadow. And, oh no, you know what? I don't think I put in... Darn. Oh my gosh, you know what? I just done it. I done it wrong. Oh man. I had it perfect too. Okay. we've got to customize it first. We want concrete and we want that. Okay. This is very hard to see. Okay, this time we're going to get it. 100% going to get it this time. Okay, finally. Now, that looks like it has changed the terrain, so we're going to actually smooth this terrain out quite a bit. Okay, now I guess this is a whole video of just building the barn. We're going to go ahead and, oops, pull this back. Let's just say right there. We'll fix it in a minute, but okay, yeah, that's fine. We'll make that a little bit larger, and we're just gonna grab it and go down. So what we'll do is we'll pull this all the way around here too, I guess. I'm going to do this real quick. Okay, there we go. I went ahead and I put it around here, and I pulled it through here. I had to put this back in a little bit, but we've got a road that goes around now. I want it to make that as straight as possible, but now let me explain. We're going to have cattle and water buffalo, and in a breeding barn for both of them. Basically, there's no milk production, so we don't need that. We've got this breeding barn for our sellable cows. This is so that we can get cows and actually have babies and then put them into the proper place. So I'm not sure how much we're going to be able to put into this, but we have spent a ton of money. Like I said, I'm going to get me a rebate from the builders. So we're going to do that now, actually. Just get us a rebate. They have offered us $10,000 for the mess ups. So that takes care of everything construction wise. Basically, we paid in and then they didn't use it all. And there we go. That's the story behind it. That's what we're sticking to. So if you look here, though, this actually is a higher plane than the other, and I didn't realize that. But if you look, this has got... It looks like the feeders. I'm not sure why we have feeders in here, but okay. It does not have a robot, which is strange. But okay. This says that this is a slurry, but I don't see it. So I think we're gonna maybe put down one more of the silos. It's like 12,000, I think. Let me find it. It should be down in here. I think I went past it. I did. Okay, so it's about midways then. The manure heaps. So this one is 12,000. It holds 2 million. That is not what I want. If we go back and we find the other one, I think it's right above these. Should be. This one's a little bit different. I don't even care about this stuff, but I'm assuming that we can use it, so should be right here, 12,000. Now, I don't think we can put it there. Maybe we can put it here. And, you know, honestly, do we need it? It says we have 100,000 liters of slurry here, so let's look in our menu over here, and it says there's no manure heap nearby. We'll have to put one with that. There's no manure heap nearby. This is the one here, so we need to put in a manure heap. And then this one has a manure heap. This is the other one, and it's now saying there's no manure heap nearby. I don't think... Yeah. I think we're wasting our time trying to put these in because it's not working. And... Okay. We've got a hole under it right there, it looks like. So, for some reason, these manure heaps are not keeping. I think when you put down one, it takes the others out. So we're going to just sell them and not worry about having those, I guess. I think all of them have slurry anyway, so I'm not sure why it does that. But it seems like it's doing that with all of them. I'm going to see if I can find another one maybe that will actually work. I don't know. I think we've got the slurry, so let me try. All right, I have just made a decision to not even worry about that. So this animal or this barn can have 95 animals. Which is great. So I think we'll put water buffalo here, and then down there we'll put the cattle. Reason being, if we put the cattle in this one, actually, you know, the water buffalo would probably be better here because what I was going to say is there's 2 types of cattle, and then there's only 1 type of water buffalo. So we will see how that goes, but I have hit my hour, and I'm going to check the store right quick, see what he has got now. He's selling out his stuff, but there's a lot going on here. And I got to figure out what we're going to do. So I guess it says there's no manure heap nearby on any of these things. So I'm not sure how to deal with that. And I guess it would be better to maybe put just 1 in and see how that goes. But if we do that, there's one that's a little bit larger, a 16,000. It holds 1 million. So we're going to try it instead of those others. We're just going to put this guy here, and hopefully that will allow us to have at least 1 somewhere. This should be fine, I guess, but that's going to do it for this episode. In the next one, we're going to... Ooh, wait a minute. Almost. Hold on. Okay, I don't know why that was underground, but okay. I even put that in properly, so we'll put that one there. Hopefully it will continue to work when I load back in. I think that that's one of the problems, is that they're just not working. If I go back in here and I grab this other one right here, I could potentially just put this right here, I guess, and I don't know if it will connect to anything. So I'm not really sure if it'll connect. Let's put it down there and see. And got to run back and forth, constantly back and forth. We'll see if it says connected to anything. I doubt that it does. I've never been able to get this to work. And I've got another one in another build, and it does not work on either of them. So it is connected to both of these, so that's good. Now let's run back down here really quick. And I promise we'll end after this. I think that when you put that in, it changes up, and it takes out the old one, if it's the small one. This one hopefully won't do that. Let's just see. Connected to cow barn. All right. So, hopefully we'll get these working, but that's going to be all for now. We have had a long building day, and we'll have some animals in here next time and get to getting them set up. I will see y'all next time.